can kill it.
Don't move, okay?
Where did he go? Why do you want to hunt?
Hello guys, and welcome to Into the Void. Today we're going to be discussing 3 films that I watched in 2022 that share similar themes, that have 3 different predators, and also have protagonists that deal with them in different and possibly similar ways. You have one film that features an alien, a predator. We know this guy, been in several films. A lion, and a giant jellyfish that hides in the cloud. You don't see the jellyfish, but it's behind that cloud. See? Hiding, see? See? Okay, anyway. Why am I talking about this? Okay, well, first let's look at all 3 different films. Let's look at them individually, and then let's tie them together, and then we can make our decision whether we think there's something here, or am I just reaching? And if not, hopefully you just were entertained by this video. Let's start out with Prey. In Prey, you have a predator from space that is technologically advanced, has supreme weaponry, has hunted xenomorphs, and has bested them, some of them, and you have them coming down to Earth and trying to hunt for the thrill of it. No, not trying, but they are, or this one is, that comes down, a feral predator comes down and wants to find the apex predator. So the film pits the Comanche people in 1719 against this predator from space. That's funny. It came from space to put us in our place. Yeah, I can rhyme.
Get stupid, get retarded.
So how does the woman in the film, Naru, overcome the predator? She overcomes the predator by using more of her mind and outsmarts the predator to defeat him, uses his own weapons against him to defeat him. So that's basically the message on that film. Then you have Nope, which features a jellyfish in the clouds. So you're saying, well, what does this have to do with the predator? Well, it's a predator too. It's an otherworldly, evasive predator that hides in the cloud, and they think it's aliens that are preying on humans. That it's just an alien UFO. It's UFOs that are approaching people and abducting them. That's what the film seems to be about. But it ends up being about a jellyfish in the sky that sucks people up like a vacuum cleaner.
Are you out of your mind?
And you have OJ and M, the 2 protagonists in the film, that learn how to defeat the enemy by approaching it by its rules. And the way that's done is you find out, or you see in the film, OJ, by dealing with horses all his life, he has followed the rules of the horse to never look it in the eye. In order to survive, you don't look the horse in the eye. Only then can you tame the horse and meet it on its own terms. There's a scene in the movie where there is a monkey that goes ballistic on a TV set. And you're wondering, what does this have to do with the movie? Well, Steve Yeun is the kid that survives the massacre on the TV set because he does not look the monkey in the eye. He is focused on the shoe that's about to drop. And only then is he able to survive. And then also, the shoe signifies that at some point, man needs to learn how to abide the rules of other species. Otherwise, at some point, that shoe is going to drop, and we will end up having consequences for that, whether it be by getting killed or sucked up by a jellyfish. So that's basically, they learn how to approach the jellyfish on its own terms. And this one's subjective because what do we learn? Like, how did they defeat the jellyfish? Well, a balloon gets sucked into the jellyfish and it blows up. So, okay, that one's a little weird that they followed. What was the rule there? What was the rule that they met the jellyfish on? Well, that's for you to decide.
Few minutes later.
There's some things that man just can't take for granted. They're not. Sometimes something that you have no understanding of can come down and kill you. So now we're going to talk about Beast. Beast features a lion. Arguably the most familiar of enemies that man faces. So what does this film say? Well, you have Idris Elba, who plays Nate, who takes his two daughters to the African savannah for a vacation. Quickly, that vacation becomes a nightmare when a lion from hell attacks them. What do we learn from this? Well, there are poachers in the film that use the animal to their benefit for their means, who infringe on their environment, their ecosystem. The lion comes back and ends up killing a lot of villagers. And you learn that basically the film is about, we have to respect these animals, give them their ecosystem, and don't infringe on it. So what does this have to do about anything else on a deeper level? Well, I was thinking about this and I'm thinking, what do all these three films signify? Is it really saying that man really isn't in control? We just survived a pandemic, or are still trying to survive a pandemic, because really it's not really over. And it has shown us that we are not in control. Sometimes a disease can just, something that's small can infringe on our freedom and our sense of being. And that came to fruition in a very real way in these last 2 years. So maybe these films kind of show that, and maybe I'm just thinking on a deeper level than it really needs to be thought. Maybe these are just, I know these are just movies ultimately, and they're just meant to entertain. We can be humbled just like anything else, and that's what's important, is that we be humbled and that we respect other species. So anyway, I know that maybe I'm reaching, maybe, I thought it would be fun to examine that, and I thought I'd put out a video on it. So if you guys like it, be sure to like the video, subscribe to Into the Void. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.